Hmm. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Did you know that these words are an important part of the English language? Well, let's talk about it today on the Accent Journey. Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Accent Journey, the podcast for non-native speakers of American English who want to sound clearer, more confident, and more natural when they speak. I'm Steve Nelson, an American English accent coach with accentfirst.com. Today we're talking about something that almost nobody teaches in English classes. In fact, it's something native speakers might use hundreds of times a day without even thinking about it. So listen to this conversation. So then I missed my train. Mm-hmm. And then I had to wait another hour. Oh, wow. Yeah, it was a mess, right? Did you notice something? The listener wasn't silent. They were constantly sending small signals. Hmm, right. Wow. Uh-huh. These tiny sounds help conversations flow naturally, and today we're going to learn how to use them. Linguists call these listener responses backchannels. A backchannel is a short response that shows you're listening while another person is speaking. Backchannels don't take over the conversation. Instead, they communicate, I'm listening, I understand, keep going, that's interesting, really. Native speakers use backchannels constantly. Without them, conversations can feel awkward. Imagine telling someone an exciting story. You talk for 2 minutes, and the other person says absolutely nothing. No, yeah, right, wow, just silence. Most native speakers would feel kind of uncomfortable. They might wonder, are you listening? Are you confused? Are you bored? Of course, you may be paying complete attention, but communication isn't just about what we mean, it's also about the signals we send. Let's learn the 6 most useful back channels, the ones you'll hear pretty much every day. Mmm, with a falling intonation. This is one of the most common. Mmm. It means, I'm listening. Keep going. So repeat after me. Mmm. Mmm. Second is, uh-huh. It's a slightly stronger signal, also with a falling intonation. It means, I understand. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. The third is, right, right. This shows understanding, also with a falling intonation. Sometimes it shows agreement. So repeat after me. Right, right. The fourth also has falling intonation. I see. This shows comprehension. It's especially useful at work. Repeat after me. I see. I see. The fifth has rising intonation. Really? This expresses curiosity or surprise. Really? Repeat after me. Really? Really? The sixth one is wow. Again with falling intonation. This shows interest, surprise, or admiration. Repeat after me. Wow. Wow. Now let's look at something important about these back channels. The melody often matters more than the word itself. So listen. Uh-huh. This means I'm following. Now, uh-huh. This can mean really? Are you serious? Same words, but different melody and different meaning. Let's do some listening practice. I'll read you a short story. Your job is to imagine where you would naturally respond. Last weekend, I went hiking in the mountains. Possible response? Hmm. Then I saw a deer standing right next to the trail. Possible response? Really? It stayed there for almost a minute. Possible response? Wow. Notice how naturally these fit into the conversation. Let's do some dialogue practice. Repeat both roles. Dialogue 1. I finally finished my project. Oh, wow. It took almost 3 weeks. Dialogue 2. I got a promotion yesterday. Really? Yeah, I'm excited. That's great. Dialogue 3. The meeting lasted almost 4 hours. Wow. Everyone was exhausted. I see. Dialogue 4. The flight was delayed again. Right. We didn't arrive until midnight. Uh-huh. Now let's look at a related topic, discourse markers. These help organize speech. Some examples are, so, well, anyway, you know, and I mean, they don't add much meaning, but they guide the conversation. Let's go through these one by one. So often introduces a conclusion. So we decided to leave early. Repeat after me. So, anyway, signals a transition. For example, anyway, let's get back to the topic. Repeat after me. Anyway, well, often softens disagreement. For example, well, I'm not sure about that. Repeat after me. Well, I mean adds clarification. For example, I mean, it wasn't completely finished. Repeat after me. I mean, now let's do some natural conversation practice. Repeat after me. Well, I hadn't thought about that. So what happened next? Anyway, let's continue. I mean, it wasn't a big problem. Well, maybe you're right. So that's why we left early. Focus on the rhythm. These expressions often appear at the beginning of thought groups. Now for this week's practice passage. This time, we'll practice both discourse markers and backchannels. Imagine this as part of a conversation. First, I'll say it slowly, then a bit faster. So, last weekend, I visited some friends in another city. We spent the afternoon exploring local restaurants and walking around downtown. At one point, we got completely lost. Well, eventually we found our way back, and everything worked out fine. Anyway, it turned into a really fun day. So last weekend, I visited some friends in another city. We spent the afternoon exploring local restaurants and walking around downtown. At one point, we got completely lost. Well, eventually we found our way back, and everything worked out fine. Anyway, it turned into a really fun day. Now imagine responding with, right, wow, really? At natural moments. The text for this passage, as always, can be found on our website at accentfirst.com/podcast for this week, or in the show notes for this episode. All right, let's review the key takeaways for this episode. First, fluent conversations include listener feedback. Second, backchannels show attention and engagement. Third, intonation often matters more than the words themselves. 4, discourse markers help organize ideas. And 5, these small expressions make speech sound more natural and conversational. If you remember one thing, fluency isn't just talking, it's showing that you're listening. For this week, choose a podcast interview. Every time you hear, right, wow, really? Take note. Also listen for, so, well, anyway, I mean, and you'll quickly discover that native speakers use these expressions constantly. Then choose 2 backchannels and start using them deliberately in your own conversations. Thanks for continuing the accent journey. This podcast is brought to you by Accent First Speech Communication Services and is hosted by me, Steve Nelson. drop us a line at info@accentfirst.com. Our music is Hypnosis by Vandra D. And if you enjoy the show, make sure you're subscribed on your favorite podcast player. And don't forget to rate our podcast, leave a review, and also a comment letting us know what you think of the show. Until next time, keep listening, keep practicing, and remember, sometimes the smallest sounds carry the biggest meaning.